Yeah, man. You don't push your head down there like that. You don't just force a head down there like that, dog. It's a delicate method. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly where the alpha males shine. This is the time and the place when it comes to certain things having to do with sex. We're alpha males. We shine. How do you get a blow job or a chewy or a slob knob or whatever you call it, fellatio? How do you get fellatio? How do you get a woman to agree to put her mouth around your penis and continue until you're ready to ejaculate, or even after you ejaculate? There's a lot of guys out there that don't know how to convince a girl to do that. There's a lot of women out there that do it, but they're not going to do it if you don't know how to get at it. Let's talk about it. This for my fellas that don't know how to quite get at that chewy. This is for my guys out there that think that most girls don't do it or a lot of girls don't do it. Listen, pretty much all girls do it. Sex for a woman is a psychological thing. So they're going to do it on the guys that they deem badass enough to get them to do it. And I think that's part of why guys like a blowjob. Because a blowjob confirms you're a badass. A lot of blowjobs really confirm that you're a badass. Because it takes a certain level of convincing to get a woman to agree to do that. And I think for women, they don't want it out there because they don't want anybody to realize and know that they're all the same inside. They want to be submissive to a man, and a blowjob is maybe the most submissive thing a person can do, and vice versa. The guys that suck the clit think it's the most submissive thing you can do to somebody because you're giving them the full range of pleasure. You're taking directions on to make sure you're doing it right. So it becomes very personal, and it can be scary for a guy that doesn't have the balls to just try to get at it. So how does one get a blowjob? Well, the first thing I'm going to say is be direct. If you're coming off as Mr. Nice Guy and you're too soft and you're too wimpy talking and all that type shit, it's not going to work out for you. It's not going to work in your favor. Might as well get your credit card and get your money together and go buy a blowjob. It's not going to work in your favor. If you want women to give you a head, or even one woman to give you a head regularly, you have to be direct. Being direct means you have to be assertive. You have to put it out there. Don't worry about being rude. Some things you have to just say and clean up how it's said later. But you have to put it out there that this is your desire, your expectations, your need, your lust, whatever it might be for you. You got to put it out there. So you got to be direct. This should be number one, but I dropped it to number two because direct is the beginning of all this shit. After you made up your mind on what you want, you got to be direct first. But the number two thing is to be clean, fellas. You got to be clean. I am friends with lots of ladies, both that share my views and don't share my views when it comes to sex and women and money. And the number one thing that's the turn off for the ladies is be clean. If she's going to give you a pity blowjob, she doesn't want to smell your balls. If she got gamed up enough, she's like, oh shit, I'm going to suck this motherfucker's dick. She doesn't want to smell your balls. Yes, some girls are into the smell of guys' crotch, just like we into the smell of them girls' crotch, but it's more about the natural clean smell. You go out after you can wash your ass regularly and you go take a bath or whatever. A woman might be able to get into that. You understand? But be clean. Girls don't want to see whatever the fuck you got going on. They don't want to smell that. You know what I'm saying? And that's always going to be a turn off. And even if a girl takes herself to do it the first time and you're not clean, you're definitely not going to get it again. You will be the deep dark secret that she keeps even from her closest friend. The dirty dick she sucked. I think every girl has got a box containing dirty dicks they fucked or sucked in their life that they never tell anybody about. It's a learning experience for them. Or a fetish. Hmm? Hmm? Another thing to talk about. But anyway, yeah, fellas, be clean. You gotta be clean. You gotta bring it clean, and you gotta keep it clean. And if you're clean, you'll notice if she's not clean. So be clean, okay? You have to make sure your body odor does not offend. Take care of your private parts. Be clean. Be clean is also eating healthy, brothers. It's worse for women, but it's the same thing for men. If you're drinking a lot of sodas and beer, you're going to smell like you've been drinking a lot of beer. Your skin's going to be crappy. Drink a lot of water, flush your system. Eat some fruits and vegetables, brothers. Be clean. Be ready for a no. Okay? Because how delicate a ground it is, you're trekking on here with that. Be ready for a no. It goes in so many different directions. So be ready for a no. Most women is going to say no the first time you ask them anyway because they don't want to just come off as some kind of a whore. And let's be honest, if you're just talking to a girl and you ask her if she sucked dick, she tell you, yeah, you kind of think of her as a whore, right? Because you know how personal to think that is. You have to kind of learn the stipulations of which she was under that allowed her to suck that dick. And when you learn them, you don't want to hear too many of just free dick sucks. It has to be dicks under the stipulation of her being in a relationship with them. You don't want to know your girlfriend, your wife, your sister, your mother, your daughter just sucks dicks coming from the bar every Saturday night, right? So, yeah. So be prepared for a no. They're going to tell you no first so they don't look anyway. You'll look up sometime and find the girls that ain't scared and they say, yeah, sure, whatever, and they'll do it. And when they're doing it, you could tell it's a yeah, sure, whatever. You could tell it's something you might have earned opposed to something she just does regular. And that's what you're looking for when you're single. But anyway, fellas, be prepared for a no. Be prepared with a condom. There's this whole thing out there, and I guess for some people, it falls into the line of preferences. So I'm going to drop it like this. For me, for Sess videos, I prefer to use condoms, especially on the one-timers, the people you just met, you just started dating, you just started talking a few weeks to a few months. Hell yeah, use condoms. There are ultra-thin condoms that feel like there's nothing there. Flavored condoms that don't taste as crappy as they used to, I understand. But I would definitely use a condom because there are things you can get from a woman's mouth. And not only that, she can now let you come in her mouth because it won't be so much to swallow. Or it won't be so messy. We'll put it that way. But be prepared with a condom, fellas. You should always have one anyway. But be prepared with a condom still, even when you're going to get your dick sucked. For crying out loud, don't come in her mouth. If you talk to a woman and she agrees to a dick suck, I think it would be safer to try to feel out what kind of girl she is, if she would mind that or not. There are women out there that their pussy is wet for sucking your dick, but the minute you come in their mouth, it's a big turn off. They don't like that. It's like they feel as though you should know not to come in her mouth. That's the disrespectful part of it to them. You coming in their mouth. Although if you eat their pussy, they come in your mouth, and it's no good to stop unless they come in your mouth. But go figure. So don't come in her mouth until you can kind of feel the type of girl she is. Now, that's a delicate road to walk too, because sometimes coming in her mouth is part of being a jerk. So you're going to have to know when to feel that out and how to spin it, fellas. There's no real advice on that. Sometimes part of being a jerk is coming in her mouth. And that can actually drive her wild. It might repulse her at first and then drive her wild later after she rethinks it. You could even open something new she didn't even know she was into. Having a man come in her mouth. So you're going to have to tread that lightly and figure that one out on your own. All right? Now, she might want head too. That runs in a lot of different directions itself and what that means. If you find a bitch that's keeping count that when you ask for head, you got to give her head. You might be needing to pay attention to that. All right? It's actually a selfish thing in its own way. The best sex I've ever had always comes with women that just want to please me. For whatever they like about you, they just want to please you. And in return, you just want to please them. That's always the best sex. So when you got a woman that's got to keep count, she's not as uninhibited as men would like. Just remember that. We like the women that go there so we can both enjoy ourselves and won't make you feel cheap and she doesn't feel cheap because of the things that you do. We like the women that know how to stroke our ego, especially when it comes into the bedroom. That's just the way of man. It's natural. It's natural for women to try to change that, but that's a whole other show topic too. Okay? So she might want head too, so be prepared for that. Whether or not to do it is a personal choice that you're going to have to make in that situation. But she might want head too. Make sure she's a clean woman, fellas. I get it. The hunt for pussy can make you, in desperate times, pick lesser companions to achieve an orgasm with. I had to search to find the words real fast while I was smoking here. We'll lessen our criteria just to help us a nut sometimes. But no matter what you do, fellas, make sure she's a clean woman. You can tell this by looking at her fingernails first off. If her fingernails is dirty, she don't wash her pussy. Because your hands have to go into warm water, usually warm water. And warm water and soap soaks off the filth from under your nails. So if she's got gel under her fingernails, she got dirt under her fingernails, whatever the fuck under her fingernails, that bitch is dirty. She don't wash her ass on a regular basis. Yeah, you have some women that clean their nails, but you can tell how that looks when the nail is freshly picked with and cleaned. Come on. It has a white chalky kind of look to it. Women that have bad skin, face skin, they usually don't wash their ass and take care of themselves the way they should. Their skin is bumpy and has a little smell to their face. You know what I'm talking about, fellas. We make a lot of concessions to get with the women just to make sure we can bust a nut. But you come across things and you go to yourself, fuck that though. Just to get your dick in that nice, warm, wet pussy. So you know what I'm talking about when I say her face stinks. Her skin has a smell from the oily dirt that she hasn't washed off in days. Bitches that wipe their face off opposed to washing their ass and then put on makeup again and again and again. Yeah, we know what y'all do. We just accept it because we want to fuck. Alright? That's in case y'all ladies didn't know. So fellas, make sure she's clean too. I would say you really shouldn't shake on that law. You should keep that as a personal law. If she ain't clean, you just ain't fucking with her. Alright? And the last thing is, I found out that girls like to know when they sucking your dick that they doing a good job. That standing there all stoic doesn't work for them. So you got to show emotions, fellas. I think this is a key thing to keep it in mind, man. When you getting your dick sucked, oh, and ah, and you got to give it up. You got to give it up. The ladies have a little ego about certain shit, too. I personally think in the back of their mind, they're thinking, well, if I'm going to suck your dick, the least you do is let me know I'm doing it right. It ain't like I'm walking around sucking dicks, which most of them probably suck a lot of dicks and put themselves in the thought that they're not sucking dicks because they're sucking dicks. I'm saying, fellas out there, the alpha males, how many times have you met a woman, a beautiful woman, sexy woman, and on the first time out fucking her, she gives you one hell of a dick suck? So they're sucking dick. So show emotions when you're getting your dick sucked. Pump her ego up. Stroke her ego too. Let her know she's doing it right. Tell her to bite on it. I personally like to say bite it. I like the feeling of teeth pressure on my dick. Not the scaving like when the in and out is going on and it rubs against your teeth. Not that part. But you know when you sucking it and she goes deep, you can bite and chew a little bit on the way out and down. I like that. That's a turn on. To me, it's like you're indicating that this dick is not hard enough, and you're going to do little things to make sure it gets hard. Rub your lips across it, you know. And fellas, when she's doing that, you got to show emotion. You got to speak up and let them know, do that. It's good. Do that. All right? Remember that. Pump their egos. So with that, I'm going to call this a quick, short show. I got a message in my text. Somebody suggested for me to do this show because, ironically, he was talking to his son and his nephew about it. And he told him he think I'd be the better person to talk to about that. We knew each other since we was teenagers, and he know that I was gifted to get a lot of blowjobs when I was younger. Through my entire life, I was gifted with that one. And I'm not the most attractive guy or anything like that, fellas. I'm not rich. I'm slender-bodied, you know, dark skin. I'm not a Denzel, but I know what I like. I'm direct. I'm clean. I'm ready for a no. I'm prepared with a condom. I feel her out to figure whether I should come in her mouth. I know she might want head too. I make sure she's a clean woman, and I show emotion when I'm getting it. All the things I just tell you, I do it. And I think that helps create a certain confidence that women can feel and see in you, that they think I'd be comfortable sucking his dick. I think you'd be able to handle that. But anyway, we're going to call it quits on that topic here now. This is a quick little show, something for you on that quick ride over the bridge to work or whatever. That lunch break, you're having a cigarette break, eating lunch, whatever. This is Sess Videos. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Click on that like button, because the like button gets it out there and let YouTube know that people will like this show. I like this show. They add it into the mainstream when you search for vlogs and blogs and podcasts and things like that. Click on that subscribe button. That's basically adding me to your friends list. It makes it easier for you to find me. You might be mentioning something being said that I said on this show to a friend of yours, and you go, oh, I don't remember the guy's name. Well, you can go into your subscription list and find me. You know what I mean? So subscribe. It's basically your friends list. Click on that icon, the bell icon. The bell icon now gives a notification to your phone or your computer every time I upload something new. So you'll be able to know exactly when things are coming up, when the new things hit. All right? And love each other. And men, love yourself first. If you don't know this by now, on my show, I'm man strong, because nobody defends the men. We're always a piece of shit. And if you're a black man, you're a black nigga piece of shit. The whole world hates you. So I just wanted to show some love and support to the men out there, first and foremost. Sisters, I ain't forget about y'all. My sisters out there, no matter what race you are, so long as you have a vagina, you're my sister. Leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. You know what I mean? What you feel about this topic. But with all that being said, now it's time for me to go. This is Sess Videos. Thanks for listening. And I'm out.